So, would you like to tell me something about yourself?
Sure, it's my pleasure. My name is Sumalata. I'm from South Telangana. I live in Hyderabad. I completed my post graduation in the streams of MCom. I used to work as a teacher, but I left the job. These days, I'm a completely homemaker. Apart from this, I'm running a YouTube channel. It's the name of Suma Gadila, and my hobbies are pencil sketches, reading books, listening to the music. So these are all my hobbies.
Also, when you give your introduction, a question came in my mind. But before asking the question, I would like to introduce myself too a little bit so that you can know about me. My name is Ravan Kumar, and I belong from the Gorakhpur city of Uttar Pradesh. If we talk about my educational qualification in 2022, I have completed my graduation, which is BSc Mathematics. And after then, I'm just preparing for different government examinations. Along with that, I do run a YouTube channel where I upload English related content, and many times I upload conversational videos. I have done more than 100 sessions, but on my channel there is only 60 sessions. So, when you introduce yourself, you said you have completed like AMCOM, and now you are just recently you had made a channel where you upload conversation videos. So
Yes.
what was your purpose when you had created your YouTube channel? Because everybody had some different purpose. So I would like to know first that what was your purpose when it comes in your mind that I should also had a channel.
You can say that since my childhood, I'm very passionate about this language, and I don't have that environment, even though I'm from English medium also. But I have very few friends, and I'm very when I meet someone, know that when I interact with them, I used to get fumble, and I want to overcome all those things. So when I saw 2 3 years back that I used to every time I used to search on the YouTube how to learn English, how to get confident fluent is this type of the content I used to search in the YouTube. That time I saw that clapping go and in talkie so many apps are there like this they're having sessions. So one day I saw that Dihati madam conversation. So how she's just enter and how she is able to talk like this, and I started searching on that, so how to approach them slowly. And I downloaded some apps also like Talk Now, all those things. But you can say that I'm not comfortable on that. So I want to have a video conversation where I feel comfortable. I want to overcome all these things to talk about like hesitation, fumbling, everything. So I started approaching each and every YouTuber, whoever comes randomly to me, and having sessions with them. I thought that why don't I have a YouTube channel so that when I go back and see my videos, that how I improved, I can know that. Like this, I started my journey.
Yeah, I think whatsoever we do for the first time, we feel very uncomfortable. We don't feel that confident to do that things, even if we have a good idea about that topic or about that things. And I
Yes,
remember when I had created my YouTube channel, same things was going with me. I was not confident. I was feel like I am fumbling. I am not able to talk in English, and but over times when I did a lot of sessions, I got an idea that how to be confident in front of camera. It's just in our mind that we feel like inferior to others. We feel like someone is greater than us. So that's in our mind. But once we completed the session and when we go and watch our sessions, we feel like we are confident. We can talk. It's not a very big deal.
yes, yes.
Uh, yeah. So do you think that the many people who are good in English, but they are not able to face camera because they are not confident enough? Do you think there is the lack of confidence can make you fumble while talking to somebody in English? Do you think? What is your opinion?
And those who are very good at English, but they fumble isn't like that. Is it you're asking? Yes.
I'm asking that do you think that the lack of confidence
Yes,
make
yes.
us fumble while talking, make us inconfident while facing the camera? Do you think?
Yeah, even though if a person is having very good at English like that, when he's what face camera like that, no, that time he's get freezed. Even I too have this type of things in earlier. having 4 5 sessions continuously. Slowly, I'm getting how do you say overcoming from these things. But once we used to have all these things, now definitely we'll overcome.
Yeah, definitely. Once we do anything we do repeatedly, we get sober it and we got the confidence that we need. But as I said that if you are not doing practice enough, then it will be hard to face camera in a very one way, in a very one go. You cannot be the very confident. So,
Yes.
ma'am, as I said, I am preparing for government examinations. So, what do you think whether the government jobs are good or private jobs are good? Which one is better, and what is your opinion?
I'm
You
gonna
can
say
take some time. You can take some time and think. Yeah, I will edit the video. Okay.
okay, but see, uh, government jobs for that getting government jobs, there is huge competition, isn't it? And
Yeah.
what we feel that if we get a government job, our life will be secure. Why? Because we'll have a pension or everything like that. Whatever the
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
other sources will be there, that is we'll feel that. But I what I find in my place also, it is very difficult to get the government job. Very
Mhm.
few posts are there, and a lot of members are there who are applying to get the government jobs. And even I'll tell about myself. When I would say I have written so many government exams like SSC, Staff Selection Commission, all these things, and I used to get fed up of this. Oh no, it's not work for me. I'll not try. So I left the. I mean, I'll not. I stopped to applying for the government jobs.
Mhm.
Again, I went to search for the private jobs. There, what happened? Every time when I used to get the interview, and that time they will see my English and they used to reject. And even though some people will say that you are okay at English, but you are not having the confidence. The
Mhm.
even one HR told me that okay, if you are not getting this job, but if you go for any other job, now you should be confident. Whatever you speak, you should be confident. And when you even when you are giving the interview that time, the opposite person is easily make over you that you are fearing and you are not your lack of confidence. So he suggested me that first you improve all these things, definitely you'll crack the job. He said.
At
And
least they give you some constructive feedback that okay, feel
yes,
confident whenever you go for the next time.
yes.
And what I think that
How
in
is
government jobs, we think like if we will get a government job, we will be stable, we will be secure enough, and we didn't have to take tension about to go for the war. And because in government officials, if you get a government jobs, many people don't do work honestly. They are not follow the rule of integrity. I feel that. But it's a very hard nut to crack this time to get a government jobs. That
yes,
time was other when we used to get a job very easily, but now for the 100 posts there are 1 lakh students who are applying, and that too very hard competitions. As you said, you also had prepared for staff selection commissions and you feel like it's not your cup of tea. No, it's not like that. Maybe you are able to get that job, but that due to the competitions you didn't get. Maybe you have the capability, you have the ability, but you don't get the jobs because of the competitions. So these things happens, but nowadays still many students go for the preparation. They don't know in starting that it's not easy to get a job, and once they jumped into the well, then they realized that oh my god, where I came, and uh, they got stuck. They don't have any other
yes,
idea, they don't have any other chance to do that. And in private jobs, what happens, if you have the skill, what I believe, if you have the uh, skill in anything, then you easily get a job and you can still run your life, you can survive your life. But there is too much, uh, the work pressure, load pressure, the time management. Sometimes you have to work for all the day. You didn't have enough, holiday to spend your time. But still, that is better than to getting a government job. It is better than to not getting a government jobs. So what I believe, but both has the pros and cons. If government jobs you get easily, then it's fine. But if you're not getting, then private jobs are good, I think. And if I talk about better than both, then there is the business comes into the pictures. If you want
Yes.
to live a good life, uh, then the business is a good idea. If you have some knowledge, if you have some the skills or the knowledge that you get through your ancestor, your grandfather, grandparents, your father. If you have any kind of business, you can be settled there. I have seen many of my friends, ma'am, you won't believe, they were not good in studies. They were not really, interested to do study, but their father has some kind of business. They right now are settled and earning well money. Then the student who are very brilliant at that very moment, then the student who are very, the good ranker since their childhood, they are still struggling to get government jobs. But that the students who has their parents family business family, they got settled and right now they are running a very good life. So I think if you have a kind of business idea, then you can go for it. That will be a cherry on the cake.
And I like family business. You like some
Uh,
people have all the family members. They have one business, and so the type of the business is very good, isn't it?
yeah, I think so. As I said, I have seen many of my friends. They got settled just because their families has a business. Because first of all, you had a great number of experiences. You can know the business very well since your childhood. You are going and looking at the business, like how business runs, how to handle time management, how to handle the man who are working there, how to deal with the people, how to talk with the people, how to arrange the money. But what happens, many people just want a status symbol to like go into the government jobs and show our power and just to so but as I said, and you also said that it's not easy right now to get a government job and there is a lot of competitions and governments
And
are not
also
uh,
too much, isn't it? Because they have to work hard.
no, absolutely. Anywhere you go, you have to work hard. If you want to get a government job, right now there are many students who are just studying 18 hours a day. So
Yes.
if you are also able to do that, then okay, you maybe find a post, but that too work in the business as well. If you are just doing business, and if somebody is your competitor has come into the market, then definitely you need to think something out of the box. You need to think something which is suits the business, something which helps the customer, like what's the customer taking, and you are also MCOM student, so somewhere or other you might have some idea. So do you believe that the business is good as a conclusion?
Yeah, means we used to have a one business, I would say we are the carpenters, and earlier we used to have that business, but right now we are as my father-in-law is a employee, so he's not doing no more work, no more that work. It's like that. My husband also didn't learn, didn't come from that side. What I feel that it should be better if we would have learned that work. So simultaneously he can do whenever he'll be free like that. No, what I feel that everyone should learn something or the other skill, isn't it?
Mhm. Yes, I think so. And I would say in conclusion that if you like freedom and if you want the freedom in your life, like you want to do whatever you want to do at any day in your life, then you should go for the business. That business can give you the key to your freedom. That okay, if you want to start your business today and want to go for the travel, you can go for it. And
Yes.
that opportunity you would not get any government or the private jobs. So what I believe is the business is a good, but that too, if you had any kind of legacy in your family, or if you want to have a startup, then that's also good, but that needs skills, that works in the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we will be the boss, isn't it?
yeah, there will be boss. We can do whatever we want, and we can earn unlimited money. There is no limit. That okay, this is the limit. In private and governments there is a limit, and sometimes in private and government jobs what happens, sometimes we need to leave our family, ma'am, Like if you're working in a private company outside your state, then you need to leave your parents, and sometimes that's true in the government job. So it's also not a good for the family building. Somewhere or other we are just because of our family, our society. And if we are leaving our society, our family, we are nowhere stand in the life, I think so. At the end we would have a lot of money, but if we would not have our families and the society, then our life will become the, you know a dust. Nobody would recognize us, nobody would give us time, nobody would give us their time at that very moment when we are in the old days. That is a requirement at that age, then we will be regretting a lot, I think so.
Nowadays, you see that people are, what is not giving that much value to the relationship, isn't it?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
always
yeah,
running
yeah,
behind the money, making the money.
yeah.
I
And
like this.
that is why I said, just because of the money, there are many people who wants to be connected with their family, but they are not able to connect, just
Yes,
because of they have some kind of, what to say, majburi in English, I don't know. They have some kind of, the problem with the company, that they can't leave their time, they can't leave their job, so they need to be separate from the family members, and that affects their relationship, their family's relation.
yes,
and
yes,
and that leads to an anxiety, depression, and trauma in their life. They started become, a- angry, and they started yelling on their children, wives, parents. So the job pressure. But I have seen in the business family what happens when we are the boss. We can arrange anything we want. We can just run our business in whatsoever the way we want. Yes, man are made to become free. We love to be free. And if we are not getting freedom, that means we are not happy from inside.
yes. And usually I feel that if a person is having any private job, is it? If he is not getting a government job, it's okay. If you have any job like software job or something like that, you should work for a 4 5 years to settle. After settling everything or whatever he needs, you want to buy like car, house, everything, and yeah, I mean to say, stop again. You should not go that kind of a job. Again, he'll do whatever he want to. I mean to say, passionate about what he want to do. Anything like self business, isn't it? So, if I would be a software engineer, I'll do like that only. I mean to say, I'll work for 4 5 years. I'll earn enough
Yeah,
money, and I'll do my own business. Whichever, wherever I have interest, I'll start up that business.
I completely agree with your points, and it's a very nice idea. If you have nowhere to stand to open a business, but if you are working, you can just on for the 4 and the 5 years, and then you can just collect some money and just open your own business if you have the idea. And if you're a software engineer or any kind of, if you're working in a private job, then it means that you have a basic skills of something, that's why you are working there, so you can also start a business. And in that 5 years you can also work on your skill as well, as a
Yes,
part time, so that you can, after 5 years, you can just start your business. And what I believe that, when people who went for the private jobs, when they started earning money, they go for the materialistic thing. They started buying cars, taking loans, filling EMI, and they stuck like a rat race,
yes, yes.
ma'am.
That's what I'm
And that's why
saying.
yeah, and that's why at the end they don't
They
have
are
enough
addicted
money to
to the
stand a
luxury,
business.
isn't it? They are addicted to the luxuries, having luxuries.
Yeah, they're addicted to the materialistic thing. And once they got stuck for the 20 years, then they realized that the spiritualism is the something that we want. At the end, we want happiness. At the end, we want love. At the end, we want families, our friends, our brothers, our society. That's the need. And I don't have any idea about it, but what I'm looking, what I'm observing around us, that's what I'm saying. And I think it's the true that we need to think about it, while being
Yes,
so busy in our lives. We need to think about that, where we are going in the life, and what we are ambitious to get, what we are just want to achieve. There should be a goal.